Eventually one day, I will have a good setup, but today is not that day. As you can see by what's on screen right now, also probably the title, I bought myself a ukulele and I'll be painting it today. Clearly I got the cheapest one possible because ukuleles, are they this small? Like, I know I have small hands. Well, actually, yeah, I have small hands. Like, are ukuleles this small? I swear. I thought they were bigger. Unless I just got a really cheap one. But this is my progress in learning it. Tell me if that sounds right to people who play ukulele. I had it and it was like too deep, so I like tightened everything and I'm like that sounds like a ukulele, right? Anyway, we are painting this Lilo and Stitch themed. I almost did it as the guitar from Coco because it's white, so it already kind of looks like it. But then as soon as I thought Lilo and Stitch, I was like, it's gonna be Lilo and Stitch. Then I texted my best friend Rachel and she was like, oh yeah, you gotta do Lilo and Stitch. So, we're doing Lilo and Stitch. And the first thing I'm doing, because this is super smooth, is gessoing it to give it a little bit more grip. And for that, I ran out of gesso, so I bought this giant tub, and it's really heavy. So we gonna be gessoing today. You know what? I've decided you guys don't really want to watch me paint white on something that's white, so I'm just gonna come back when this is all gessoed up, and we'll be back with that. Alright, so welcome to voiceover time. As you can see here, it's all gessoed up. It looks literally no different, but it did help my paint go on a lot better, because I did a little test spot on the back, and I was like, yeah, this is just gonna rub right off if I don't do any gesso. And I was really happy that this red paint, I didn't have to mix at all. It was literally straight out of the tube, Winsor & Newton Galleria Crimson, I think. And I did that little test spot and I was like, oh my god, this looks exactly like Lilo's dress. Also ignore this lighting. A lot of this was painted at night. So I have just my overhead light, which is why it's so shiny and it's very yellow. But I promise the color does look better. Some of the shots you can see are during the day, so I have my window open and it's casting more of a natural light on everything. Definitely looks a lot better like that. Also, I'm using a blue Snowball Ice microphone, and I don't know why I thought the sound quality was so good the first time I used this, when I first bought it a couple years ago. If someone could let me know and tell me if I'm doing something wrong, because this compared to my voice just on my camera, it sounds so bad. Please tell me if it's just the microphone that's bad or if I put a wrong setting in. And I did double check that I am getting audio from the microphone, not from my Mac, because I know that would be way worse. But it still sounds bad. Let me know. Give me microphone recommendations. Hit me up. Alright, and now I'm painting the top, and it was actually, again, decently easy to mix this paint. I didn't have this one, but I did mix it, and a lot of these are using my super cheap, I think Artist Loft, level 1 paints that I got. Oh yeah, painting around the strings here, the hardest thing I have ever done. But, well, actually, it was the hardest thing at this point, but it gets worse, and I'll point it out when it gets worse. Yeah, it was really easy to mix this top bit. I was just like, okay, light blue, a little bit of green, and then lots of white, hella white. And I think I got the perfect color. And you'll see it in a second, but this top bit is painted to be Scrump, which is Lilo's doll. Oh yeah, adding some shading because lit. I was gonna try and paint the doll, sitting down, then I was like, this is a really small space to paint that in. So, I keep going out of frame, that's fine. I don't know how to film, we all know. But I just painted the eyes and the mouth, and I think it actually looks really good. I wish I could have somehow fit the bow with the hair in it, because I thought that would have looked really cute as well. But we did not have the space for that. Oh, and this part, this is when it gets really hard to paint around the strings. So I'm doing her dress pattern. I have a little reference up there. I was like, okay, I'm going to paint just the white circles and then carve them out with red. And the very first one that I did, so oh my god, big time skip. Anyway, the very first one I did, I think looked really good. It was the perfect shape. And then every other one I messed up on, and I had to go back in with red and carve out the outsides. So this is after I carved them all out. They're all kind of more that egg shape. And now I'm carving out the actual leaf shapes. leaf shapes, which was way harder than I thought it was going to be. And I literally had to keep going back and forth with red and white and red and white and like carve things out and make it pointy. But I think it paid off and it looked so good. And it looks really good, like how it is finished. But like we're not there yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's fine. Yeah, and here is where it starts getting really hard to paint around those strings. I'm like trying to separate the strings to really get in there. Could I have made this easier by not painting them down the middle? Absolutely I could have. Did I? Absolutely I did not. But I think it would have kind of looked weird if it was just around the outside, so, you know, it really be like that sometimes. But this is when the leaves kind of start taking shape, and I think they look really good. But that one right under the strings, was mostly under strings, that was painful. It's probably going to be painful to watch. It's just going to bring back memories. Am I right? Am I right? Also, side note, not really to do with this painting, more to do with the channel. I've been writing down all my video ideas in like this schedule that I keep on Excel, like a spreadsheet. And I have basically until the end of May for this channel planned out. For my main channel, I only have till the end of, what month is it? January? I only have till the end of February planned out. So this channel's gonna have better videos, but the other channel is more of like my face. If you like looking at people's faces, go there. Am I right? Alright, and now moving on to that face. Since the details were so small, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go over this like a bunch of times and keep carving things out. And I did, and the top looks so good. I love the shading, like, on the outside. I just think it makes it kind of look more, I don't want to say 3D, but like, you know, 3D. And while I kept the back and the front a little more simple, I definitely put a lot of detail into this top piece. So you can see the stitches on the mouth. I did the pink and then I highlighted each stitch. And then when I looked at the eyes, like in my reference, I was like, oh, there's like a ring of like lighter turquoise around the darker turquoise, but the whole thing is turquoise. And it was a lot of back and forth and me trying to do stuff. And I think I make it somehow more detailed. But I highlighted those stitches like 3 times. It was ridiculous. And this like stitch on the other button, one like stripe was kind of a darker yellow and one was a lighter yellow, so I literally made them very slightly different and then like did that. And I was like, what am I doing up here? Anyway, oh yeah, here it is. I think, yeah, the darker one's on top. You see how that's different? I don't know if you can see it, but it's different and it's crazy how much, oh yeah, oh wait. Kind of going off topic from what that eye, but like the other eye, you see how it's outlined in the dark, and then it's the light, and then it's the dark again? Yeah. That was crazy. It was insane. And now that we're on the back, let me tell you about this color. He is such a hard color to mix. I don't know if it's just me, but I mixed this, and then I was like, nah, it's too light. I'm going to have to remix it, make it darker. And like those 2 palettes there, they were filled with me trying to mix this dark bluish grayish, but he's not just like a dark grayish blue, it's like very, very slightly turquoise. See all those swatches at the bottom? That's me trying to mix it more. It was crazy. I spent so long just trying to mix the back color piece. You don't even know. Am I getting all worked up over a color? Maybe. Oh, this was one of my favorite things to paint. His little back pattern, first of all, it took 1,000 years to find a reference picture for his back pattern, because a lot he was like facing the side. I think this is fan art, but it was perfect. So it's me trying to get those shapes right. It was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, but I think the back looks really cute. So yeah, doing all that, getting it all in there. This color was a lot easier to mix because it's more just dark gray blue instead of dark grayish bluish, but still kind of light but kind of turquoisey. This one was way easier, and I had a lot of fun painting it, like way fun. But anyway, side note from the start of the video, when I said I was gonna do a Coco themed, and then I texted Rachel and was like, so Coco or Lilo and Stitch? I knew she was gonna pick Lilo and Stitch because Rachel hates Coco. Comment down below if you also hate Coco so that she's not alone. Oh, and here is super cute. I drew his little tail, which took a lot longer than it should have for me to do. I really wanted it to be like this perfect little round tail. But I think it looks super cute, and it's just like a nice little addition. Makes it a little bit more obvious that it's stitched, but it's not. Alright, now that that's all painted, I did paint the sides and this top bit black. And I added some glossy Mod Podge to the whole thing to seal it all in. So now we have our final product. So we've got the Lilo dress pattern, the scrump face, and on the back, little stitch back pattern. And this is supposed to be like his little tail because I thought that looked cute. But it's super shiny. You can tell it better here. See, the sides are black, shiny. I was going to write Ohana means family on the side, but then I was like, nah, it kind of looked stupid. I did it in pencil and I was like, never mind, just going to keep it plain like this. Now, eventually I'm going to learn how to play. That does not sound right. Hey, if anyone knows ukulele stuff, why does this sound like this? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching me paint this ukulele today. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more art from me, please click subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Bye!